My name is Ann Endo, and I'm a speaker and the founder of Improvement Catalyst Coaching. I specialize in interactive and practical talks on how to use storytelling and story listening to build trust and make change in complex environments. When we think about the important elements of effective communication, we often focus so much on talking or writing and using the right words in the right way that we sometimes overlook the importance of listening. Drawing from my experience in communications, healthcare, quality improvement, and social work, and my work as a communications and leadership coach, I enjoy helping people to use storytelling, active listening, and other skills to build relationships, address problems, and motivate people to make positive change. People don't like change. People say this all the time. I know I used to say it all the time. But is it really true? For example, if I asked you to think of something you wish you could change about the work you do, get rid of something that wastes time, is frustrating or boring, could you name 3 things right off the bat? When I ask this question in front of an audience, just about everyone raises their hand. So maybe it's not always true that people don't like change. What I've learned is that it's not really change that people don't like, it's how change is made. People don't like change when it's forced on us, when we have no input into the change, when we don't understand why change is needed, when the change is worse than what we had before. We also often talk about resistance to change. It can sound like something we have to push through or overcome. But what if we think about resistance differently? What if we think of resistance as essential feedback? What if we see resistance as signals that people are frustrated, worried, or misunderstood? What if we see resistance as part of healthy conflict that is necessary to make positive change? The only way to truly understand these signals is through listening to hear the story beneath or behind the resistance. When we listen to one another's stories, we build trust, psychological safety, and momentum for change because story listening and storytelling invite us to engage with one another as humans. I once worked with the leaders of a team who saw one of their key team members as resistant to change. Almost every new idea was met with skepticism. At first, they thought he was being overly negative. But when they started listening to seek understanding, they realized it was fear, especially fear that his work and expertise were underappreciated. Once that became clear, the dynamic started to shift. The change didn't come from better arguments, it came from better listening.